In April 2026, an American F-15 fighter jet was shot down over southern Iran. The airman, known as Dude 44 Bravo, survived the crash, but he was trapped miles behind enemy lines, and the Iranian military immediately placed a bounty on his capture. For 2 days, he hid inside a mountain crevice. He had to stay completely motionless as enemy forces aggressively scoured the hostile terrain around him. His standard equipment failed him. He carried a military survival beacon, but the jagged, deep rock walls of the mountain scattered and blocked his radio signal. This left the U.S. military in a brutal bind. Rescuers knew the general neighborhood where his jet went down, but they had no way to pinpoint the exact crevice hiding their pilot. To pull him out alive, they needed a way to track his exact coordinates without tipping off the enemy patrols actively hunting him in the exact same grid. Visual spotting was useless. Radio signals were dead. They needed a new method to detect human life. The CIA deployed a highly classified tracking system developed by Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works. They called it Ghost MurMur. MurMur for a heart rhythm, and Ghost for a target who has completely vanished. The technology relies on basic biology. Every time a human heart beats, it generates a microscopic, measurable electromagnetic field. This visualization shows the scale of the problem. Detecting that faint field from 40 miles away is like isolating a single voice inside a roaring stadium. The system must grab that impossibly small pulse while filtering out a solid block of geological interference. By solving this specific signal-to-noise problem, the CIA found a way to turn the human body's involuntary biology into a tracking beacon. To capture that signal, the system uses the first of its 2 technological pillars, quantum magnetometry. As this diagram shows, a quantum magnetometer sweeps across miles of terrain, allowing sensors to detect unimaginably subtle variations in magnetic fields from extreme distances. This specific sensor payload was highly refined, having been previously tested on military flight platforms like Black Hawk helicopters. But the raw magnetometer data has a critical flaw. It successfully detects the pilot's heartbeat, but it also detects the Earth's natural magnetic static, shifting rocks and mineral deposits. To a human analyst, the raw output is completely useless, just a massive, overwhelming wall of geographic noise. To make the data readable, the system relies on its second layer, artificial intelligence. The AI acts as an algorithmic noise-canceling headphone. It is specifically trained to recognize and ignore environmental static. It systematically strips away the geographic noise, layer by layer, until it isolates the one specific, undeniable human pulse. The combination of quantum sensors and AI algorithmically extracts a single biological rhythm from the Earth itself. In the mountains of Iran, the filtered Ghost MurMur data gave rescuers exactly what they needed. It pinpointed the specific crevice where Dude 44 Bravo was hiding. The extraction team pulled him out, marking the first known entirely successful operational use of this technology in the field. Donald Trump later described the sheer difficulty of the 40-mile remote detection, telling reporters that finding the pilot was like finding a needle in a haystack. During a White House briefing, John Ratcliffe confirmed the success of the mission, noting the airman was invisible to the enemy but not to the CIA. Ghost MurMur is now slated for deployment on advanced fighter jets, elevating it from a secretive prototype to a widespread military capability. This technology targets the one signature a pilot cannot turn off. Physical camouflage and radio silence offer no protection against a sensor that tracks the internal rhythm of the body. As long as your heart is beating, you are emitting a signal. In this landscape, the very biology required to stay alive is the same thing that makes you impossible to hide.